Hi, my name is Maddie Conchiger. I am a senior studio art major. My focus is in ceramics, and today I'm going to be showing you how I work from home, what my projects look like, and how I've been firing my pottery without an electrical kiln.
So the first project that I've been working on is I've been harvesting wild clay, and it's really easy to do. All you have to do is dig a hole in your backyard, and usually you're able to find some clay. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, so quick explanation. All you're going to do is when you have a full bucket of dirt, you're going to sieve it through, and then so this is all the stuff that I sieved out of my dirt. And then this has been settling, and I already took the top water off, and then I'm going to show you what the actual clay looks like. Okay, so after all of the rocks and all of the dirt have been separated from the clay, you're going to put it in this old t-shirt, and you're just going to let it hang, and all the water is going to drip down, and what you're going to be left with is just clay. So this is all the clay that I've got. So I have this, and then I have this as well, and I'm hoping to make these into pots and then fire this in my steel barrel, which I'm going to be showing you guys later. So that's just like a really fast explanation of that process. If you want a little more in-depth explanation, go check out Clay at WCU. At their Instagram, they have a more in-depth explanation, and you can also go see videos that our professor Andrew Snyder has been posting and everything like that if you're interested in harvesting your own clay. So before we put the pottery into the steel barrel to fire, we have to make a sagger first. And the sagger is just so it holds all the combustible material close to the piece itself. So instead of just putting it in the steel barrel by itself, we're put up in the tin foil so all the combustible material lay on the piece itself, and that's gonna color the piece. So we have cobalt carbonate, we have copper carbonate, we have some salt, and we also have iron sulfate and wood ash. And then these are the ingredients that we're going to put on the tin foil and then wrap our piece in. And I also have steel wool as well. So each of these materials is going to give off a different effect depending on how hot the fire is. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some. So this is the cobalt carbonate, and I'm just going to kind of dust it on there. Let's do some iron sulfate. And you can kind of pick and choose what you do. You don't have to do all of the chemicals all at once. I'm going to do a little bit of wood ash. And then some salt. I like to put salt in all of the saggers because it comes out a cool orange color and will make these cool patterns on it. So then all you're gonna do is you're gonna take your piece, you're gonna start here, and you're just gonna kind of roll it up and make sure you're getting all those materials close on your piece. And you're just going to loosely wrap it. You don't want to wrap it too tight. And then this is what we're going to put into the steel drum. So you don't have to make a sagger. I just want to make the sagger because I want to make sure that those materials are as close as possible to the piece. For this one, we're not going to make a sagger. We're just going to put it straight into the steel barrel. But I do have this piece of cloth that I soaked overnight in salt water. And we're just going to wrap this around it, just to see what happens. So we'll just wrap it like this. And then this is what we're going to be putting into the steel barrel, just like this, on the sawdust. I'm going to show you guys how I've been firing my pottery without an electrical kiln. So what I've been doing is I've been firing it in a steel barrel. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Mike from ES&S Woodworking, who graciously donated all this sawdust. We have 4 more bags in the garage over there, and that's so awesome, and it's a huge help. So thank you, Mike. Go check him out on Facebook, ES&S Woodworking. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're going to fill up about half a foot to a foot of the bottom up with paper and sawdust. Okay, so now that the barrel's filled up with paper and sawdust, we are going to add the greenware or the pots and some charcoal. Okay, so we filled up the barrel with the greenware, which is all the tin foil pieces and the piece in the middle, and then we have some charcoal, so now we're gonna cover it with some more sawdust. Okay, so we put down about a foot of sawdust on top of the pottery, and now we're going to build a small fire on top using that wood. Okay, so we built our small fire, and now we're just going to light it.
Go below.
Okay, so now we're just going to let the fire burn until it becomes smaller flames and embers, and then we're going to put the lid on it and let it burn all the way down over the course of a day or two. You see that? So that piece is still wet, so the fire is squeezing all the water out. You can hear it sizzling. Isn't that neat? Now the fire is down low enough that we can put the lid on. We're only going to put it on halfway though, just to keep that airflow going. And after a little bit of having it half on, then we're going to put the lid on all the way to let everything just simmer down and burn its way to the bottom of the barrel. So we're just going to put it on around there just for now, and then later we're going to push it on all the way.
Many hours later. The next day.
Okay, so it's been about 20 hours and all the stuff that was up here has now simmered down all the way to the bottom. And look, now the lid's like all black. It's kind of cool. So now all those tinfoil pieces are the greenware pieces. They're all the saggers.
Okay, so here are all the pieces. Only one of them cracked, so that's an A+ because last time all of them broke. So this is a lot better. Some of them came out really cool. Some of them are like, okay. Like that one's alright. This is the one I put in without the tinfoil. And then this last one I also burnished. I like this one the best, so I think I'm going to burnish the rest of my pieces. So yeah.
Okay, so now I'm just going to take the pieces home. I'm going to wash them off. And then I might wax some of them. I'm not sure yet. But that's all the time I have for today. So thanks, guys, and have a good day.